Hello everyone, I'm the Old Connoisseur. Welcome to my thoughts on the 16th episode of the 6th season of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, also known as The Times They Are Changeling. I'd like to quickly say that after watching a short video of someone who I watch on YouTube, some light has been shined onto me on this episode, and I'm going to shine it onto you. And it doesn't really change my opinion on the episode in a negative way, it just makes me realize what this person was saying. This episode was a very good episode for Spike. Once again, very good job for the writers. Spike has made a real comeback this season in Gauntlet of Fire, and now proven again here. The animation was really well done, especially the little segment with Spike going down the tunnel. You could tell that there was something 3D about it. Overall, it was a good episode in terms of Spike's character development. The moral of the story, while it was sort of thrown at our faces, is still a very good one because it tackles stereotypes in a way. And that stereotype, as provided by Shining Armor, is that, apparently,
there's no such thing as a nice changeling.
And that's obviously disproven by Spike befriending this changeling Thorax. Thorax is an interesting character because apparently from birth he was, well, a different kind of a changeling in the sense that he was not born evil but good, or at least he wanted to make friendships. Why he's this special snowflake of a changeling, who knows? But it's good to see, and it's good to see how smart he is. Because at the very, very end, when Spike befriends him and Cadence and Shining Armor accept him, he explains how possibly he can learn how to make friendships on his own and make friendships within the Changeling Empire, wherever, kingdom, whatever you want to call it, and basically self-sustain each other. And that is excellent. It's a little dumb when you think about it because Chrysalis or any of the other Changelings have never thought about it, but Thorax has, okay? So he's really a smart changeling. And while it's very appropriate for Shining Armor and Cadence to be on alert and to be very suspicious and unforgiving to changelings because of recent events, or, well, not so recent events, it makes sense that they wouldn't think that Thorax is friendly. They would think that he's a spy. They would think that maybe he's trying to deceive us again, and that makes sense. And that is something that was brought up by this person that I watched a video on. It's appropriate, and therefore it's a little odd that they were so quick to forgive. Obviously, it's good that they forgave him, but you could say a little oblivious, and I can't really disagree with that. Doesn't lessen my opinion on the episode, it's just something that we all have to take into consideration. In terms of Starlight and Twilight, actually, they really could have been left out of this episode, or at least Starlight could have, because it's nice to show that they're still doing friendship lessons, but they just used this episode as an opportunity to show Starlight, look, this is a lesson outside of home, we can learn lessons anywhere, just like we do, just like the main six did before Starlight. And it's nice, again, but I really want to focus more on Starlight and Twilight. They can explore Equestria, and the fact is that Twilight saying that you can learn lessons outside of home, maybe that should imply that you should go other places and try and help other ponies. That was the whole point of the cutie map anyway, is going outside of Ponyville to help other ponies and, you know, build yourself up. And that, I hope, will come into effect in the next whatever amount of episodes of the season, 8, I think, whatever it is. And, 10. And going back to Spike, we see how great he is with making friendships and putting out burning bridges. Because in Gauntlet of Fire, you wouldn't expect Spike to really befriend these types of dragons who are very ruthless and, well, very, they're not the kindest. And you wouldn't expect Spike to befriend a changeling. You'd say, oh, he's a changeling, get out of here, right? But no, the changeling saved his life twice, and because of that, maybe Spike's doing his, like, life-debt thing that he did with Applejack, but I think that he's put that aside. But again, something to take into consideration, I still think that Spike is an amazing character for forgiving and making friends, because he's done it twice now this season, twice, and it's been unbelievable, and the crowd is going wild over Spike for thanking him, like, oh my gosh, you've done so much. And while the song might have been, it sounded good, in my opinion. I mean, Kathleen Wesluck is, I guess, not the best singer, and I agree that the repetitive animation in the song, I noticed, but it was still a good song, and the song had a moral. A changeling can do what it's implied to do and change. Not physically, but mentally, and this changeling is that one. Thorax was a good character. Loved the design when he sort of just disguised himself and looked very Greek. There were funny faces, especially the derp face from Thorax, or aka Crystal Hoof, and it was just overall a really good episode. I'm gonna give it an 8 or 9 out of 10, and the reason is because, like I said, the animation was good, the moral was good, the moral progression was actually really good, because even though Shining Armor spit it in our face, sort of the moral that there was no such thing as a good changeling, and that the moral was the opposite of that, but it was still, it hit us in the head, oh, this is what we're gonna tackle. It was still a very good moral progression, because it was not spat in our faces. Twilight did a nice long speech with Spike and telling him how proud she is, and that just shows more of a sisterly, motherly figure from her. It's really amazing. And again, showing that the Princess of Friendship can still learn lessons is great. And in fact, you know, Celestia has learned lessons herself, even if she hasn't said it. The main six have taught her lessons, and that's the point, is that anybody can learn a lesson, even if they're at the top of their game. You can still learn something new. And with that, I will leave you to share your thoughts with me. I always love hearing them. I hope you enjoyed this thoughts. It was very, very nice. I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope to hear from you all. As always, I am the Old Connoisseur. I thank you for your time, and just to let you all know, if you're watching this on the day of upload, be prepared for tomorrow, because it's going to be Random React number 50. It's a big one, big milestone, 1 year anniversary if you didn't know, and I hope you all enjoy it. So, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.